Hello, boys and girls. Sorry that you missed class this week. I just wanted to cover real quickly of how to complete today's assignment or this week's assignment. So, the lesson overview, we're going to go to lesson 2, Intro to HTML. Your avatars are in Google Classroom as well as your link to get the Code Studio. So, lesson overview. So there we talked about some vocabulary, new vocabulary words. HTML, which means Hypertext Markup Language. It's a language used by computers to create web pages. HTML element is a piece of the website marked by a start tag and often closed with an end tag. An HTML tag, the special set of characters that indicates the start and end of an HTML element and that element's type. And the structure and the content is just exactly what it says. The content is the text and images on a website, and the structure is how the content website is organized. So the first one thing we're going to do here is they want us to type something into the workspace. So I'm just going to type in welcome 2021, and I'm going to enter, and I'm going to type something else. Happy New Year, and I'm going to enter, and I'm going to type in something else. Let's have a great year. Okay, so I'm going to come over here on this side of the screen and I'm going to hit refresh and save. And that's when you'll finally see what you typed in the display. If you notice, it's all lumped together. Even though I had it over here on the left-hand side in the work area, I had 3 separate lines. It's over here and it's lumped together. After you do this, after you complete each of these bubbles up here, make sure you hit finish so you will get credit for finishing the video. And I'll show
you. My name is Milani. I'm a curriculum development intern here at Code.org, and I'm also a computer science student at Cascadia College. I always liked the fact that I can make whatever I want with computer science. I've been able to make really cool websites that are about topics I'm really passionate about, and I just really enjoy that there's so many different ways to express myself through such an outlet. Websites are everywhere, and they're the primary way many people get their news, keep up with friends' activities, learn new information, and share the details of their lives. Right now, you might be a consumer of websites created by others, but you're about to learn how to be a website creator with the power to make and share something brand new with the entire world. To do this, you'll be using WebLab, a unique tool that allows you to create your own websites with many of the same capabilities as a professional web developer. The instructions section includes directions for the project you're currently working on. When you're ready, you can collapse the instructions and shrink the size. Below the instructions, WebLab has a list of files and images that will appear on the website. Just like a news website has different pages for the front page, the arts and entertainment page, and the science page, your website will eventually have multiple pages based on files stored here. To edit a web page, you'll need to navigate to the right file name that corresponds to that page. Every project starts with a single index.html file, which is the main page of your website. When you click on the index.html file, it pulls up the contents of the file over here in the workspace. The workspace is where you develop your website. You can start by typing anything in the workspace. Let's put a title at the top of our page, followed by a paragraph about our page. As you type, you may see some of your changes appear automatically in the preview area. Some kinds of changes will not appear automatically. If your change doesn't appear immediately, just click the refresh button above the preview area to update the preview. you'll notice that all the content on your webpage gets lumped together, which is not what we want. But stay tuned. You'll soon learn ways to better control how your content appears.
Okay, as you go through this, make sure you watch the videos. They're very helpful. So I'm going to click on next. I'm going to go to number 4. This page is talking about how to use the inspector tool. So here are your instructions if you need a tip on how to use the tool. I'm just going to show you. You come over here where it says inspector off. We're going to click on that and it's going to come on. Now when you come over here back over into your workspace, if you click on a line, over where you click, the line you click is highlighted. So you can go right down and you can see the different components get lit up. They have different headings and different tags, but we're going to get into that later. And it just goes down all the way. You click on it and it highlights where you're at. This will be helpful when you are making your website and you want to fix something in that, if you want to correct the spelling error or add or subtract stuff. Okay, let's finish that one. Then we're going to watch a second video. I know it's old, but this is a good one. Listen to
In this video, you're going to learn about using HTML to add structure to your web pages. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language and is found on all websites across the internet. There are a bunch of different HTML structures you can use on your web page, including headers, lists, paragraphs, links, and images. Let's take a look at how to create a paragraph in HTML. The sentence we wrote for our web page would look better if it was distinctly different from the title of the web page. To separate the two, you need to let the computer know that all of this text is a part of a paragraph and not the title. You can do this by creating a paragraph element. Most elements are made up of 3 main parts: an opening tag, the contents to be displayed.
I want to stop the video just for a second. So we'll be working with the paragraph tag. So you notice they put a less than, P, greater than. That's the opening tag. Then you put your content, and here's your closing tag, less than, backslash, P, greater than.
And a closing tag. Tags are a part of HTML language, and they signal to the computer the start and end of an element. In this case, it's a paragraph. Tags let the computer know what we want to display on the screen and what we don't want to display. That's why tags include special characters like the less than and greater than to distinguish from the content. Paragraphs are just one type of structure you can use in a web page. Soon you'll learn about a number of other structures that will give you even more power to customize your website.
Okay, let's keep going. Like I said, make sure you you click on these videos so you get credit for that lesson. Now it wants you to type in, when you start, I'm going to read the instruction. When you start any web lab project, it will automatically add the doc type, the HTML, thread, head, and body tags to your project. And you can see them down here. When you add content to your projects, you'll need to do it between the body and the body. So here's the 2 pieces of the body. One here, one there. Okay, do this. So write 3 separate sentences about any topic inside the body tags of your web page. Hit refresh and save. If you don't see any changes in the preview area, compare your work with a neighbor, and we're not going to worry about that. So we're going to make a paragraph tag. So we're going to make less than, a P, greater than, and then a sentence. Any kind of sentence you want. And then we're going to put less than, backslash, P, greater than, and that's going to be your first paragraph. You see how it appeared over here. Remember they talked about how sometimes it'll appear, sometimes it won't. So I'm going to click less than, paragraph, greater than, and I want to put my next sentence. You guys can put anything you want. spell it right, paragraph 2, and then I'm going to close it. And then we're going to put our third sentence. Less than, P, greater than. Are we there yet? And then I'm going to close it. And there are my 3 sentences. Make sure you use opening tag and the closing tag on each of your sentences. All right, I'm going to hit finish. And this is an assessment part. They wanted you to be able. Oh, but we already did it. I'm sorry, we did that number 6 and 7 together. I should have done it a little differently, but if you did that, we're going to be good. They wanted you to put the tags in now. So we're finished that one. And on the last one, you are going to find, you're going to do debugging. You're going to debug what's wrong. If you look at the display, this sentence should be on its own. So should this one. What's wrong with this sentence? So what we have, if you look down in the workspace, is you do not have opening and closing tags for the first 2 sentences. So I'm going to put a closing tag at the end of that one, the first sentence, and you really have to concentrate a little bit. And then on the second one, what we have to do, we have to put an opening tag. And then you notice, if you notice, the pink goes away once you correct the mistake. Now on that last one, where it says what's wrong with the sentence, they had the opening tag and the closing tag reversed. So we're going to take away that backslash, and then on the second part, we're going to add a backslash after the less than. And that is it, young people. I hope this is helpful. If you do your work, please let me know, so that way I'll be able to go back and check it. I'm not going to go back and check it if you weren't there today. So thanks. See ya.